even though my son told me everybody just watches Twitch now.
We're not on Twitch.
I think our demographic doesn't really watch much Twitch, Axel. I
They're
think
gonna be
we're
like, oh,
okay.
our dads are on
I
Twitch
think our
now.
demographic is twitching.
Twitching.
Yeah, that is more accurate. Yes.
All right, you ready? Here we go, folks.
Micah has a day. McCaffrey makes the Falcons pay. The Raiders look fried. T. Higgins had a nice slide. Maybe the Pats are good. KC continues to lay the wood. A giant collapse in Denver. The boys send Mr. Daniels back to Washington. And Ando, the fields need to be harvested in New Jersey. Next on Around the Couch.
Welcome to Around the Couch, an NFL podcast brought to you by the DVR Podcast Network. Check us out at dvrpodcast.com. We just finished covering Task. It was awesome. Andy was on the finale. Heath was on the finale. Brett's ghost was standing behind us, whispering sweet nothings in our ear. But tonight, oh, thanks to the patrons too. We love you. New patron, want to shout out. I keep on forgetting to shout out Billy, one of our new patrons who has my same name. Anyway, shout out to you. Tonight, we're here to talk about the NFL, make our Week 8 picks, talk about the exciting weekend of football, talk about Jets podcast today, where someone said, do you think we should trade a third-round pick for Shedeur Sanders? And the host said, dummy, he was drafted in the 6th round.
But Jerry Jones would have traded for him.
Well,
And
late
I said,
fifth, technically.
welcome to being a Jets fan. We're going to trade a third-round pick for Shedeur, who is
And it still might not be a bad move.
quarterback on the team.
They should have just drafted him anyway. They could have drafted him.
Oh, I'm losing my shit. Solo, take us to the red zone.
All right, welcome everyone back to Around the Couch, and that was the beautiful Axel Foley. We have
boy.
Ando in his Northern Light scheme going on live on the YouTube. If you're listening to us and want to hear us earlier and see our beautiful faces, we're live on YouTube right now. But when you're listening to it, we're not live on YouTube. But that's Brett. He's in space. He's filming Jason X2 cubed in space. Hi, everybody. So, guys, we're going to speed this puppy up, and we're going into the red zone.
Red zone.
Red zone. All right, guys,
Hi,
red
Andy.
zone. All right.
Hi.
Before we get into the good stuff, Axel, a little birdie told me that Monday Night Football, the two games, the doubleheader, the staggered game, the whatever is it's over for the season, of course, but it's no longer possibly.
Well, yeah, this was a fun one because we have talked about this before. Andy, I think, has some more specifics too, but it's part of the whole deal where ESPN is taking over the NFL network and NFL media, basically. And I don't know what the specifics, Andy, if you heard, what I read too is that ESPN just doesn't want to do them and never did want to do them. It was the NFL that wanted to do it.
Oh.
So I'm cool
It's
with
some
it.
complicated rights deal where like the ESPN had to take a certain amount of games and they only had a certain amount of windows that they could actually air them. That's why they were doing some of this weird things.
Really?
Yeah, it's something to do with and since the NFL Network and ESPN are kind of combining or whatever the hell is happening next year or that's supposed to,
Yeah.
that like those requirements are going to go away. So some of the stuff
That's
I had seen is
interesting.
that may actually end up moving it games to even a different day.
I like that
Like
though.
so instead of a Monday night game, there might be a Saturday night game or some other weird thing. So
We should
it's
they
kind of
should do the
all up in the
farmer zone, like 5 a.m. game in the United States.
No.
You know what?
I'm a farmer and I do not want to get up at 5 a.m. to watch football.
I'll tell you what I do like. I would like if, like, say on a Wednesday they had like a 1 o'clock game, like a lunchtime game on a Wednesday. I think that might be kind of cool, like they do in
1 o'clock
baseball. You
Pacific
know what I'm
time. So
saying?
what would that be? 4 o'clock Eastern?
Yeah, there you go. Maybe it starts at 5 or something, or
5
4, like
a.m.
a
I
little
like that.
earlier.
Oh,
I like it. Well, anyway, I'm happy that this experiment seems to be going. I'd rather them do it another day than double up the games. So I'm happy.
Yeah,
Well,
did you guys stay up late on Monday night and watch that game? Got done here. The second game got done here at like 12:30 in the morning.
I fast forward through it when it was like almost done.
I did actually stay up. I mean, it's obviously late for an East Coaster, but I actually watching this Monday, I noticed that I didn't mind the two Monday night games when they're not on at the same time, like the
Yeah.
7 o'clock, 10 o'clock
Yeah, I thought
Eastern
that was an improvement.
stagger. I was actually fine with that, but playing at 7 and there's another game going on at 8, and I'm not watching any of that other game. I'm watching my game. My team is on
Yeah.
Monday night. Why the
And
hell
they're
am I going to be watching
spoiling you,
another game?
Brett. They're spoiling the game in the top of the corner
Yeah.
the whole time. It's like, why would I even then rewind it? And I don't know. I was.
And when there's two games, we have to listen to Louis Riddick and Dan Orlovsky comment on one. So
that's when you
true.
go to mute, guys, and you
Yep.
play some music or eat some cereal.
listen to Around the Couch while that game is on. Is what I like to do.
Or if you're
Right.
lucky like me, listen to your local broadcasters on the radio.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Unless you're like me and none of the games are in your area, so you can't get that, Brett. What about us that has to listen to Orlovsky and Reddit?
I'm sure
You
you
don't
can subscribe for NFL.com/radio for like $100 a year. I don't
All
know,
right,
do they
we'll-
do something like that? No.
Maybe we'll take
Well,
it
they
out of
used
the budget.
They used to. I don't know if they still do, but NFL Plus, when you could subscribe to
There
that,
you
it's
go.
like
That's what I
$6. You could get all your local games and you could get all
Oh.
the radio broadcasts. Yep, I did
All
that
the-
for a few
okay.
years.
Thank you, Andy.
Could
You're
you?
welcome.
I wish there was a feature where you could pick whatever two people you wanted to call the game. Like if you want to bring back Dennis Miller, maybe AI puts
I was
in
going to say,
Dennis
you know,
Miller.
AI will bring that back. You can listen
I
to
know.
Madden and Summerall call every game if you
Oh
want.
yeah, I mean, well, and I God
Or
rest
Madden
his-
and Dennis
God
Miller.
God rest
Yo, there we
Pat
go.
Summerall's soul. But towards the end, when he was getting senile, that I want that senile one. He'd be like, yeah, Jerry Rice ran it up. Oh no, check that. That's Frank.
I could never tell if it was
McGillicuddy.
senile or if he had started drinking whiskey at 8 a.m. I thought I couldn't tell
Well,
which one it was.
I think he got better when he drank the whiskey.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But like Summerall and Howard Cosell boozing it up version.
Yes.
That would make a Jets Bengals game fun. All right, guys. Kind of another issue with the NFL that we had been talking about, and it's funny, we brought it up, and then all of a sudden they changed the rules. So Roger Goodell, thanks for listening. So the Monday, not the Monday night games, we just talked about that. The NFL listens to Axel about punching the ball out. So Brett, I guess, what is it now? If you go to punch the ball and you don't hit near the ball, it's a penalty?
Yeah, basically what
personally,
Axel was talking about is he didn't like punching the ball out, and Andy brought up the fact that, and I think there's a consensus that I think it's fine to punch out the ball. I kind of like that, that the ball's always neutral. No one has ownership over the ball. Anybody can grab it anytime, but you can't just punch somebody to get it, obviously. So I don't know if that's always been a rule that they just haven't enforced, like certain other rules, like assisted pushing players.
Yeah.
But
No,
basically
just-
they came
I
out
have
with a
it here.
memo.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came out with a memo saying they are going to be enforcing this. If you punch at the ball and you miss and you punch a player instead, it's a personal foul, 15 yards.
Axel, is that an underscore in the already rules or a new rule?
No, it's not a new rule. It's just a
Okay.
memo. It's just an
Okay, so it's the-
enforcement of an already existing rule, which is
That they
what
kind
we
of forgot
talked
about.
That the
Yeah.
rule exists. You can't punch somebody. It's a personal foul. But I was unable to find out. The memo went out 5 days ago. Supposedly it was in response to a player on the Detroit Lions. Maybe one Mike knows. His name is Jack Campbell. You guys
Oh.
know Jack Campbell?
I do.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I'm going to keep punching. And if I miss it, fucking screw it. So I'll probably have 150 personal fouls. So that'll be fun. So that's what Jack Campbell thought of the memo that the NFL sent
Was that Dan
around.
Campbell doing Jack Campbell's voice? Or-
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I like it. I couldn't find if anybody got called for it, but I like that they're paying attention to it because it is fucking stupid. Like they're punching people. If you punch the person, it's a personal foul. That's what it should be.
Hard to argue with that, Axel.
All right,
Yeah.
guys. Yes, Brett. I'm getting this call in from you from space.
What's funny is that, okay, so they called out Jack Campbell, but the week before that, there was a 49 or 2 weeks, I mean, on the Thursday night game, I think a 49er, that if you recall that game that the 49ers pulled out at the end, the Rams were like on the 1 yard line, about to go up with like 2 minutes left, and they fumbled. And if you look at the replay, that's what happened is a guy got punched in the helmet, and then the ball got punched out.
That was one of the things I saw, Brett, that made me think about it. Yeah.
And I don't know if they didn't see it or
people.
what. I guess they didn't see it, but also they did not mention that in this memo, which is also strange.
All right.
But that's like 2 times in the last few weeks that has been an issue.
All right. Let's continue in the red zone.
Strange.
The weekend's games, guys. There were some good games, some awful games, and a fantastic game. Ando.
Yeah.
What the hell happened in Denver? 33 points scored in the fourth quarter by the Denver Broncos to beat the Giants.
Against the greatest coach of all time? I'm still in shock. How did that happen? I don't know. I mean, part of it, Bo Nix, I know there's a lot of people that are still bashing him even after that fourth quarter he had because he is really inconsistent, but man, I think he's going to be a special player when he figures it all out. He kind of put the team on his back, and the defense is still good there. And the Giants are just going to. It seems like they're turning a corner, and then they just decided to be the Giants again. So I don't know. That game left me stunned. It was hard to even fathom because what was it, 33 points in the fourth quarter?
Yeah,
I mean
33.
That's not even. That doesn't seem real. And yeah, and what were they up to? Like what the heck was it here? Yeah, okay. Since 2007, teams were 161-0 after shutting out an opponent and leading by 18 points after 3 quarters. I mean, it just doesn't. Victories like that don't happen. I don't know. And the Broncos, they had tons of flat penalties too.
But did this really surprise you this year? Like as I was watching the game, I was like, yeah, they're coming back. I just, you know what I'm saying? These defenses, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the altitude. They were playing in Denver, right?
Yeah.
Like they just get tired at the end.
For sure.
They were so tired. The Giants defense was like, they were like, they were not even, there was nothing happening. There was just like pitching the ball up, boom, boom, boom. Bo Nix, who, as I said in our text chain, simultaneously looks both 13 and 69 at the same time. I don't know how it is. It looks like an old man with a baby face. It's like a de-aged fucking De Niro.
You're burying the lead, Axel. Extra late edition. Read all about it. That's what he looks like a Mac Jones, Tyler Heineke type.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's good, man. He is good.
He is good in the fourth quarter. In the first 3 quarters, he had 0 points. Okay, so let's pump the brakes on Bo Nix. What did he do the week before? He scored 13 points in the game against the Jets. 0 points in the first 3 quarters. Okay,
London jet lag.
He definitely has flashes. But come on,
this is the NFL. He's learning. You know, I mean,
he's learning.
They're slow to pick. They're slow to start. But that was a fun game.
I think one of the things too is, and like, not the first big comeback we've seen this year. It's just it's showing that the teams every team is flawed. I don't think there's one team that doesn't have major flaws, and sometimes it maybe takes 2 or 3 quarters to figure out how to exploit that flaw. And as soon as you do, you see these massive turnarounds. It's
the way the NFL is now. As I brought up last week, do we really have any elite defenses? Where the elite defenses have gone? And it shows you can be great aside from the Jets. You can be great for 3 quarters and shut out a team, and then.
Sorry, Keith.
It's all right. Anyway, but
it's good.
Yeah. So I'm just happy because if Denver didn't, I won 3 parlays because of Denver. I had them on every
My God.
parlay, so that was nice. That worked out well for me. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm with you, Brett. Bo Nix, I think he's good. He's got a good relationship with Sean Payton. But
Hit or miss. It's very promising that he obviously the fourth quarter comeback impressive.
yeah,
He just got to be more consistent.
Yeah, he's got a way to go, but I think the flashes he has that are good are really. I mean, it's going to be enticing. But granted, there's been lots of quarterbacks like that over the
Yeah.
years that have been
I'll
that
take
way.
him.
So.
I'll take him because the Jets are doo-doo butter.
well, speaking of doo-doo butter, what happened to the Jags in London? The Rams. Are the Rams getting towards elite? Or is the Jags just back to Jaguar land?
Can I say something that I heard this week on a podcast that the Rams treated this like they were going I think they played they were like who did they play last week? They played someone on the East Coast and they stayed there.
Old
The
Police.
Ravens.
They played and then they stayed there and then they just flew overseas the day before the game, treated it like they were going to New York or wherever from LA. Got there, didn't do anything got right on the plane, came back. And somebody, I don't remember who was saying it, and it was like, maybe this is what the problem is that every time somebody goes over there, they're treating it like a vacation.
Yep.
And they were like, no, just treat it like a regular game. Don't make a big deal out of it. Like that dude who was off walking around for 3 hours earlier this year, right?
Well,
Jordan
I think it was-
Addison, yes.
I think it was more than 3 hours, right? Well, it was during.
That
Yeah.
was just a total.
was
That team was just
before
a
the game.
total breakdown. They haven't been great, but they haven't been that bad this year. That was like they were just like not even playing. It's not worth
Yeah,
waking up at 6.
I think it's a combination. I think it's that the Rams did that, which probably helped, and I think it's that it's a London game or it's an England game or a
Yeah.
European game where they just never. I don't think we've ever had it where both teams have actually showed up and played like they normally do at playing overseas. So that's what
Well,
I.
it's the
chalk that
Jaguars'
up to.
second home, and they didn't. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is.
Well, they usually
Lawrence.
play like shit at their first home too. So what's the difference? But
Trevor Lawrence is
Yeah.
not, he's,
I did hear the Rams got a lot of flack before the game that the fact that they flew out the night before or the day before. But like you said, I mean, fewer distractions in Baltimore than in London. Am I right? So stay in Baltimore all week,
tell
and
me
then
about
just a
that,
normal
Brett.
like 3 or a normal 5-hour
working the
flight or
corners.
whatever to
Exactly.
London the day before, just like a normal week. Yeah,
wasn't
actually, I
that
thought
them
was brilliant.
taking batting practice at the Oriole at Camden Yards or whatever it's called now? I think there was like when they stayed in Baltimore for all that time, they were like having fun hanging out in the MLB park and screwing around. There was some
That's
cool
awesome.
videos of them doing that stuff. I thought it was cool, anyways. But
yeah.
Well, you're not going to get lost on a tour of Baltimore.
yeah, that's
Okay.
true. Yeah, you're 100% right.
You could.
I don't know.
You could get pulled into one of those crack houses, and you would never be seen again. You ever watch The Wire, Brett?
That's a good point, Solo.
Yeah.
That's
they
true.
could
I'm
put you on
sorry,
a board
Baltimore.
and-
I love you, Baltimore.
I love Baltimore.
Yeah, I
went
do
to a
like
book show
Baltimore. I was at a bar when I went to see an Angels Orioles game, and there was a Carcetti for mayor sign in the bar, and but it was around the time where I didn't have the good iPhone. I had some crappy phone. I took a picture and it was all cloudy. I was so upset. So kind of like Brett's college football Hall of Fame photos, the missing photos. It was kind of that way. But guys, I'm just kind of, looking at the games that happened this past, a lot of blowouts, a lot of bad matchups. There's
Yeah.
not much to really talk about. Now, the Pats did beat the Titans, so the new coach against Vrabel revenge game, the revenge won out. But before we move on to our last topic of the red zone, I just want to kind of go around, and if you guys want to bring up something you saw in a game you liked, I'll start. And I mentioned it in the quotes at the beginning of the show. That T. Higgins slide, he could have ran it in for a touchdown. You know how we had that? It screws fantasy owners, but it was like the perfect slide at the right time
Yeah, I
and
have
won the
T.
game.
Higgins.
And won the game. See, you're like,
I
go.
won anyway, though. I'm okay. I won.
Yeah, at least he didn't
That's why I don't
cross the
play
end zone and
fantasy
flip the
football.
ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe he should have scored, but before he scored, flipped the ball, Brett. And then maybe,
Drop the ball right before the
drop
goal.
Yeah.
yeah, right the
Yeah.
goal line. I mean,
Solo, I will bring up the earliest game, which was the Steelers at Bengals,
the one I just brought up. Amazing.
the old folks game. And I have to just say that I know I should be very angry at Aaron Rodgers for being on the Jets and blah. You know what? Let it go. I'm past it. It was fun I enjoyed watching the game, those two old guys. That's what I want to say. I liked watching it. I hate to admit it, but I'll admit it. I liked it. It was fun to watch those two old fucks. Joe Flacco used to play on the Jets. Remember that? Him too. So it was two Jets quarterbacks.
Great comeback against the Browns early in one year, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Why didn't the Jets
Dude.
trade for Joe Flacco earlier this year?
I don't think Flacco wanted to go there. He's got to look. Would you want to go to the Jets? No offense, Manny and Axel.
They have a good defense.
God,
I'd rather go where I could throw to Chase Brown or Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, though. I think.
Yeah, I think that's.
What else was I?
That's
I'm
true.
just talking to myself.
Okay, Axel was talking to himself in the red zone.
I was disappointed by the Bucks Lions, the two Monday Night Football games, though. They were not. I mean, we were talking about how late they were, but they were both kind of not great games at all to watch. They were not. I mean, I ended up fast forwarding through a lot of those games.
I was also disappointed by the Sunday night game, which was kind of, I mean, I guess it was close for longer, but anyone who had the Falcons against the spread, and I think I heard that the point spread swung before the game. The Falcons were actually favored by 1 or something ridiculous like that. One thing I didn't mention last week is that the Falcons are always going to have a coaching disadvantage against whoever they're playing. And even though they have a lot of talent, they have a lot of flash, their defense is pretty solid. Their offense definitely has weapons. You would think that they're a team that could win any game that they're in, but they are so at risk of being outcoached. And the clock management, it just bites them in the ass again and again. For the second straight game, they had the ball well within field goal range at the end of the first half and did not get any points, did not even get an attempt. Now, I can understand the week before Drake London going for the end zone. Okay, you're already up by 14 points at that point. You did keep Buffalo in the game for longer than you would have otherwise, but you still won. Darryl Mooney has to get out of bounds on that catch he had with 15 seconds left. I don't know what the hell he's doing, trying to get like 1.5 extra yards and staying in bounds. So if he had gone out of bounds there, we would have had a timeout. Penix, you can't take a sack there. You can't take a intentional grounding there. Dumb rookie mistake. Just so embarrassing.
I think he has flashes, but yeah, he did. That was.
He's still technically in his rookie season.
Yeah.
He's only had a handful of starts. And
yeah, that's true.
The Falcons have struggled on the road this year. Yeah, let's face it. They're a different team at home. Yeah. So that's going to be interesting for the Falcons moving forward.
On the road.
Another quick thing, they also have one of the worst kicking games of any team. And so that's something that didn't come into play during the Bills game, but that's going to be a factor. Can you trust what's his name, Romo? At the end of the game, I forgot his name.
John Parker Romo.
Parker Romo, right?
John Parker. Yep.
JP, no, it's Ray Parker Romo.
Oh,
who are you gonna call?
It is the Halloween season.
I've seen him miss some kicks. I don't really have a lot of faith in him either if the game was on the line, at the end for a field goal. So anyway, just like every other team in this league, though, nobody's perfect. Everyone has their weaknesses.
Yeah, not the Jets. Sunday. Come on, Brett. The Jets are 7-0.
I'm just
speaking of the Jets, let's get to that knockout list, Solo.
All right, in the red zone, we're moving on. Red zone. Everybody talk over Solo.
Red zone.
All right. So we're now at the portion of the red zone where we decided to take. I mean, it's not an original idea, but cousin Sal and Bill do the cross off list, which is fun because sometimes they'll cross someone off and then 3 weeks later, wait a minute, they get them put back on. But here at Around the Couch, we can't put them back on, so we're just wrong. So we're going to go through, I think, guys, the teams that kind of aren't going to make the playoffs. We can definitely say will not make the playoffs. Do you want to nominate a team? We'll each nominate a team, and then when no one, you can just pass when you don't have any teams left. So let's start with Ando. You have the first pick of sending a team out to pasture.
Miami Dolphins are not making the playoffs this year.
Oh, so we got a vote for Miami.
The 1-6, my 1-6 Dolphins. I'll of course stick in the AFC East with the 0-7 New York Jets. Not a hard pick there, folks. Not a hard pick.
Brett, would you like to nominate a team or just pass because you don't want to be mean?
The Las Vegas Raiders are not making the playoffs.
They are not. Ooh, 2-5. They're awful, guys. Can we all picked them against the spread 3 times unanimously? Can we stop that?
I think that's a great idea.
Okay. Maybe we should just cross off Raiders games in general from even being allowed to be picked.
Right. All right. Heath Solo is going with my division winner, Tennessee Titans, 1-6. They're horrendous. Who did they beat? I forget who they beat. Did they beat themselves and they gave them a win?
No, they beat
Arizona.
Yeah, the Cardinals.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
In that game that they were up by 3
Yeah.
touchdowns, and and another game where the dude dropped the ball right before the goal.
Wow. The Titans,
Touchdown victory.
The Titans have scored 96 points this season. Oh,
That's not good.
That's not. Oh, the Falcons have only scored 110, Brett.
Not only have the Titans scored 96, they have been outscored by 96. They're 96 points in the hole.
Oh, there you go. You're right. Look
That's
at
what
that.
she said.
God.
Ew.
Oh, what?
Oh, so
Yeah.
And Ando, do you have another team to nominate?
I can't believe nobody grabbed the New Orleans Saints, but they're not going anywhere.
I think we were sticking in the NFC, the AFC a little bit.
let's branch
I was
out
going
to other teams. That suck.
Axel. Now we get to the portion where I think we all have to vote or have to agree to put him on our list. So Axel, do you want to nominate a team?
Did someone already nominate the Cardinals?
No.
Nope.
No.
Okay, I'm going to nominate the Cardinals at 2-5. But
Brett,
I might be a little
agree?
early, though. You never know. But in that division, too,
Yeah, their division is so tough that they're not going to make the playoffs
Yeah.
because they're not better than the other 3 teams, but they are good enough to be competitive against almost anybody. Every
I
single
agree.
game they've lost has been like down to the
that's
wire.
true. That's why it's because of the division, though, right? Like you got 3 5-2 teams
And-
there.
Not just the division. They also play at Cowboys, at Tampa, at Texans, at Rams. Well, Rams is their division. They've got a hard schedule coming. They're not making the playoffs.
I think that's it for me because the only really other bad team to talk about is the Giants, which I'm not ready to write them off with the Cowboys and Commanders only a game ahead of them. Well,
It's you still got to go to the wild card. Yeah. So are you still have hope for the Cleveland Browns?
No.
No.
Can we scratch them off?
Yes.
Mhm.
Was someone writing this down?
In my brain, I am. I'll remember.
Let's see. All right.
We can always check the tape.
Yeah.
That's true.
And
we can always check the tape.
I guess my draft way went a little. Sorry, Brett. I think I skipped you. It's community now. Okay. I know you guys won't want to do this because you never know. But the Ravens at 1-5. But that's a tough one. I think we have to wait another week or two.
Here's why the Ravens are still have a good chance. Bears this week, it's winnable. Dolphins, winnable. Vikings, maybe winnable. Browns, Jets, Bengals, all winnable games. Bengals twice, actually. Steelers twice yet. You can't write them off yet.
You can't, because especially if the division starts to lose because that's
Yep.
where you do really look at the division. You're 1-5. You got to look at your division. You can't look at the 7th wild card.
Yeah, there two
Um,
with the Steelers and 2 with the Bengals left. So
So they knocked. Yeah, they would have to go on a sick winning
Yeah.
streak.
But also, they already announced that Lamar is not playing this weekend.
Yeah.
they did. I saw he practiced today. Okay, so you didn't.
I saw an announcement today that he said he's not. Maybe he's fucking around. I mean, he can play.
Well, the point spread actually in that game went up by 2 points in favor of the Ravens today.
Maybe I'm
That's
wrong.
because Brett just put a huge bet.
Oh,
Maybe they
Brett,
said
of
that
course.
When you
and
bet
then
in
he
space,
practiced.
Ando,
Yeah, it multiplies because you can go
Well,
faster. or
even if he
something.
doesn't play this week, if he's practicing, he's going to be back soon, which means, assuming he can stay healthy the rest of the season, they have.
they didn't win when he was healthy, Brett. You know, that's the thing. We're Lamar, that defense still is awful. And Derrick Henry, what happened to him? He fumbles all the time. Even in the bye week, he fumbled and gave Trayvon Diggs a concussion at home.
They held their own
nobody?
against a tough schedule. They
Yeah.
almost beat the Lions. They almost beat the Chiefs. Almost
Yeah.
beat the Bills, right? So, I mean, I like their chances against all those teams that Andy just listed off.
And I hope,
If
because I
Lamar's
love
healthy.
Lamar. Lamar should have been an Atlanta Falcon. He would probably be my favorite player if he became a
Oh,
Falcon.
my God.
Wow. How
I know.
about the Texans at 2-4? No, I don't think
Just
so.
because I know the Colts are kicking butt. I just feel like that you just never know if Daniel Jones goes
And
down.
Their
I can't
defense
believe I'm
is
saying
their defense is so good with the tech. Like
Yeah.
they're a historical defense right now,
That's
numbers.
true.
So
That's true.
I'm not writing them off yet.
yeah, I'm
let's
not
hold
either.
on. I think we could probably pause there for the first time we're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think CJ Stroud. Oh my gosh, what? I mean, and Jaden Daniels, he's got the RG3 injured second year. I mean, not as bad, but it is just, you can't, you have a great rookie year. You got to wait. Like
Well, I
these
remember
things
somebody on this podcast at the beginning of last season, and his name rhymes with Schmaxel, said that he was worried that Jaden Daniels was too small and would be banged up, and it's starting to come true, Axel.
Yeah, I know, and I'm not happy about it because I love.
Well, not
watching
Axel or
him.
Schmaxel.
Oh, sorry, Schmaxel.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Schmaxel, not me. My friend
Yeah, yeah.
Schmaxel.
Yeah,
He stopped by.
Yeah, it doesn't make me happy. Doesn't. So it's Jets, Dolphins, Browns, Titans, Raiders, Saints. That's what we got.
Cardinals. Do we do the Cardinals?
Yes,
I don't think we actually
because of
voted on that one, did we? Did we pass them in or not?
Well, it
What do you
turned into
think?
we're picking, but then it was a nomination. So yeah, we should probably all agree.
I'm gonna say for now, I'm gonna say no, just because you
Okay,
just
let's-
never, you know.
They
Move
would
on.
I'm gonna
have
say no
the
for
NFC
now.
West would have to get 3 wild cards in order for them to get in, which
Yeah,
means there's no other wild cards in the NFC.
Yeah, but
I
you
don't
know
see
what?
that
Also,
happening.
That's not
Sam
happening.
Darnold could break his ankle, and
Whoa,
Matthew
whoa.
Stafford
What
could
the
break his back in the same weekend. You know what I'm
Right? Are
saying?
you going to allow
And then-
Schmaxel to say these things?
and then Mac Jones could revert back to being the Mac Jones of last year, or I guess 2
extra,
years
extra,
ago.
late edition.
So, all right. So then the teams we have, because I like keeping this list: Jets, Dolphins,
Yeah.
Browns, Titans, Raiders, Saints.
I
See
like
what
that.
your voodoo doll, Axel. Sam
Yeah.
Darnold's not getting hurt.
Voodoo
right.
child. All
That
right,
makes me
gentlemen.
happy.
I feel good about the red zone. I don't like to leave the red zone unless it's in the end zone. So, Ando, you want to get to how we did last week? And then we'll
suppose we have
let
to.
people know about the speed zone.
Yes.
Zone. All right. I don't know why I went all like weird. Okay. This is weird for me. Ando, how did we do in week? Was it 7?
Okay. Yeah, week 7. Actually, a pretty decent finish for everyone last week. Axel finished 8-7. I was 9-6. Brett was 10-5, and evidently his 5-10 finish 2 weeks ago pissed him off, because even though the rest of us all still had good weeks, Solo managed to expand his lead over all of us, tying the Around the Couch record for best weekly record in a week that was achieved on week 7 of last year by Axel by finishing 12-3.
Hang on a second. Not to take away from his thunder, but I did have an 11-2 record, but the very first year, I think by winning percentage, that is better than 12-3.
Oh, I
Yeah,
missed the
I was
11.
Not in my
13
book
in-
though. Not in my book.
I was 13-3 in week 1, Ando.
13.
Well, that's true. Axel
Oh,
was
you were.
13-3
You know,
week
I
one.
didn't check this week, so never mind, Solo. You suck.
11-2
Son of a
still
bitch! My 12-3 is now tainted.
It is
Oh.
tainted. Yeah, I forgot. I didn't check this year, and I didn't see
No,
the
you know,
11 because I
Ando-
wasn't looking at that.
I appreciate you looking out for me. That's what I see it as. And these guys, you just, they're just red zone,
Yes.
wannabes.
What's the better percentage, Brett? 11-2 is better than 13-3, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm voguing.
Okay.
Okay. So Brett is still the leader. So Solo, sorry, that was a tease
That's
that
okay.
failed.
Brett,
But either
Brett
way,
was Brett. I mean, I'm sorry, Brett was he knew this edition and stuff because Danica McKellar was texting him. He was texting Winnie from
Winnie
a math
Cooper.
genius.
Nice.
From
Yes.
Wonder
Y'all
Years.
may recall back in the first year we were doing this, I had a studio audience cheering and clapping that time that I went 11-2. They were so loud I had to quiet them down. They just
Well, that's
wouldn't
because
shut
you don't
up.
want the cops to hear.
Well,
Okay.
we don't have to tell everybody about that.
No, we
We're
do
on
not.
YouTube.
You're in space. You're in space.
So, well, either way, Solo, you still get the last laugh because now you lead Axel and Brett by 7 and me by 9 games. So you've widened the lead again.
I
for
needed
Jersey.
that week because I was awful the last 2
Yeah,
weeks.
we were feeling real bad for you, Solo, and you're winning every week, but that's okay.
Yeah,
Well, most weeks.
That was good. Well, I knew when I picked the Bengals on Revis Island, I knew it was going to be a good week. So, all right. So, Ando,
Okay,
why don't we get
yes.
this party started?
We have 13 games this week, 6 teams on bye. So Lions off, Raiders off, Rams, Cardinals, Seahawks, Jaguars all off this week. So we are, like Solo mentioned, we are switching things up a little bit the way we do picks. So we're going to have 2 featured games at the beginning that we're going to talk about, and then everything else will be a speed round, which we kind of toyed around with last week, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So, and we are going to be the same order every pick or every game. So the order this week will be Solo, Brett, Axel, and then myself. The first game we're going to talk about, our first featured game, is tomorrow night's game, the Thursday night game. My team, the Minnesota Vikings, the 3-3 Minnesota Vikings at the 4-3 Chargers. And I don't know what to, because I haven't even mentioned the Vikings last week at all. And, I was going to mention this when we were talking about things in the NFL that I just missed, and I'm just going to talk very briefly about it here. There is 3 very highly ranked teams in the NFC that I have zero confidence in. The Eagles are one of them, the 49ers, and who is the other team? And the
Bucks?
Packers are all winning
yeah.
a lot of games, and they're not doing it convincingly. The Eagles should have lost that game. Carson did his best Carson Wentz last week and folded in the red zone. I think 4 trips in the red zone with no touchdowns or 1 touchdown. They should have easily won the game. So I'm still fairly high on the Vikings. Just they need to, I don't know. Frustrated.
What
I'm
is
getting my
JJ
frustration out.
McCarthy's status?
Out 1 more week yet, at least. He is practicing, but yeah, it can't be. Well, I shouldn't say it can't be any worse, but it's frustrating because I know the team is there and they are starting to get healthy. So I'm feeling good about this game. Does anyone else, Solo? Do you have anything to say about the Chargers
Yes, because
Vikings?
this is me and you
Yes.
talking Chargers
Yes.
Vikings. So Brett, stay in space. Axel, join him. No.
Axel's always
I'm
in space.
there, baby.
Yeah.
Ando, let's talk. I'm worried about the Vikings this year, and the health, of course, the health is what every team goes through this, but sometimes Baltimore, yourself, injuries just screw it up. And I think it's going to be harder for JJ McCarthy to come back and kind of like he's the savior versus had he been playing the whole year. I mean,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
that's the thing I'm worried about. It's Carson Wentz now. KOC is making Carson Wentz look like he's going to probably get Carson Wentz probably going to get a backup job somewhere else just because of what he's doing now. I mean, there's just certain coaches who know how to coach quarterbacks, and whether Russell Wilson likes him or not, Sean Payton's another one of those guys. I mean, him and Drew Brees, and others, but like Brees was like the Dolphins didn't want to sign him because he thought he hurt his shoulder in the Pro Bowl coming from the Chargers, and the Saints, and we know the rest is history. They do have a Super Bowl. The Chargers, it's tough because they are so decimated with injuries too. They started off the year looking great, and then Hampton's gone, and then their line. So this is a tough one for me, Ando. I'm gonna go with the Chargers here because I own a McConkey jersey.
Oh, and I should say the
Um,
Chargers are favored by 3 at home.
oh yeah, favored by 3.5. Um, yeah, I
So I
just
think it's just by 3 now. It was three
oh
and a
okay,
half.
three now. No, my gummy added a half to that,
Oh,
so I
well, that'll happen.
apologize.
That'll happen. Yeah.
But unless there's any, do you want to say anything more about the Vikes at this
You know,
point? Or?
the thing that I'm concerned the Vikings, I'm normally an optimistic about the team, and there's optimistic things like the fact that they are still 3-3 with all the injuries says a lot. But then I also look at their upcoming schedule is hard as hell. And
Yeah,
unless they're healthy, they're going to be in trouble. And like you said, developing JJ when he is
it's tough.
going against the Lions and the Packers defense and stuff like that, it could be a I'm thinking this is going to be a 6-10 season or 6-11 or 7-10
You know what though?
season or
I have an idea, Ando, because I don't think you can judge JJ McCarthy this
no,
year. Not even if he
no,
played the rest of the year, you can't judge him yet. Same with
no.
Penix. You got to give these guys time.
Penis.
Why not? This team ain't going to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, I can't see it. If they, I mean, you always root for your team, but if they do have that 6-11 year or whatever, and
Yeah.
get a nice draft under them, and get JJ healthy in the crew, maybe bring in a young running back stud.
Stud.
That I
The
think the Vikings are one of those teams that may not have the great year, but next year we could be talking about them as,
and
oh my God, what an improved team.
and the other like there's still people that one good thing about Wentz's game last week is now there's no quarterback controversy because there was already people saying, well, when McCarthy's healthy or it's a soft benching or when all the and that has disappeared now. Everybody's like, okay, Wentz is there's a reason he's a career backup. But
Right.
McCarthy never played with the full team either. Like the all-pro left tackle, Christian Darrisaw hadn't even come back yet when McCarthy got hurt. And so that like he hasn't played behind the full offensive line. So I am definitely not throwing out McCarthy yet because he hasn't played with the full lineup of his team yet. So yeah, anyways, that's all I got to say about this game. We
All
can
right.
move on.
And yeah, Sam Darnold ain't
Right.
coming through that door, so I'm going with the Chargers. Brett, you're up.
Brett.
I like the Vikings here. The Chargers have not impressed me. They lost to the Colts. They barely beat the Dolphins. They lost to the Giants. The Vikings, I have a little more confidence in them, and I'm getting points.
Axel.
Tough one for me, but I'm going with the Chargers, baby.
And Ando, round it up. Like
You know,
Jared Allen.
last week when I said the Eagles, bad things always happen, but I'm still going to take the Vikings. I should have listened to my gut and take the Eagles. When the Vikings and the Chargers play, the Vikings tend to do really well against the Chargers, at least in my memory. So I'm going to take the Vikings here. One more week. I like the points, so I'll take the Vikings.
That's when they had Adrian Peterson. That's right.
Well, they did really well that time. Yes.
Oh, I miss watching him play.
Oh, yeah, he was unbelievable in his prime.
All right.
So
the
next
game
up,
of the week. Game of the week, possibly.
I think it might be. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 12. Solo, your 3-1 Cowboys at the 5-2 Broncos. Broncos are favored by 3.5.
They are. All right. Dallas Cowboys. I've adapted a new strategy.
This is me and you talking about this, Heath. Right?
Yes. Oh, I gotta look to the wrong camera. Axel, this is you and I.
The wrong
buddy.
camera. How many cameras do you
but
have?
We want to give us a little intro, Ando. And
Oh.
with that, Heath and Axel
Yes.
are going to talk.
Yeah.
Okay. So Axel and Heath, what are your thoughts?
All right, I'm taking over before Heath can spout. I got questions.
And I
wanna
got
ask
answers.
him
You
about
want
this.
answers?
That's how we're formatting that.
You
Because
can't
Heath
handle
loves
answers.
when I ask him questions. So I got a question for you, Heath.
Oh, I love this.
Can the Broncos defense do anything to stop the number one quarterback in the NFL, the Dak attack, and my man George Picky Pickens? Because let me tell you something. You can talk all bad you want about your Cowboys, but they are electric on offense. They are amazing. Do you have confidence going into this game in Dak?
No. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm excited because for once I don't have expectations, but I'm also enjoying the games because they are fun to watch. And I've just put aside that the defense, hopefully it'll improve. This is a game that the Cowboys, especially a majority of the Dak era, games where they have an impressive win against an okay team. I mean, Washington was a playoff team, but they were hurt and they don't beat the Panthers the week before. And because this is a game, if you're going to announce to everyone, we're going for a Super Bowl or even a playoff spot, you got to go into Denver and Mile High and win this game.
Oh,
if you
you're
lose,
excited about this team, Solo.
No, I'm not. If you lose this game, it's the same old, same old. So I don't have confidence because they haven't done it for me.
Okay. But I'm just talking about your man,
Dakota.
Yeah, Dakota.
I'm worried. I know he's had great games, but in Denver is a tough place to play. I'm worried. He's going to throw a few picks. I'm worried the defense is going to outcoach Shoddy and the boys.
Okay,
that's what I'm
worried.
They're going to get outcoached by Peyton.
There are big rumors that your Cowboys are after a certain player on the Raiders who plays defense and has a lot of tattoos. Do you think that they should go after him?
Yes, but I don't think the Raiders trade him. He just signed a new 3-year deal. He's a culture guy. He's their best player. If they trade him for a couple late first-round picks or mid-first-round picks, what are you, the Cowboys? No, don't do it. And I mean, and it just goes to show you, I know they didn't want to pay him $180 million or whatever, Jerry, but like now you're going after a pass rusher. I mean, come on. But I would love it. Max Crosby would be awesome in Big D.
Double X.
I can't see the Raiders trading him.
Okay.
Unless they get a King's ransom.
King's ransom. I like it. How about this, Solo? Question number 3. Bo Nix. Brett told me to calm down earlier in this podcast in regard to Bo Nix.
I said pump the brakes.
Okay.
Yeah, get it straight, actually.
That is kind of like calming down, though. That's how you calm down your car. You pump the brakes, right?
Yeah, because it's pump. You're slowing down.
That's true. Pump it. I'm pumping it. Ooh, it's like in the rain. But
pump it up.
Do you think that the Dallas D can suffocate this guy, put a little pressure on him, or is he better when he's under pressure?
Okay, Freddie Mercury. I don't know. I don't know if he's better under pressure. No quarterback is. Are you talking about just regular pressure or pressure from the D defensive players?
Yeah. Both, really.
If you put pressure on him and he's making mistakes, then I don't think just every time he's young, he will make mistakes if he's getting pressured all game long. But guess what? It's the Dallas defense, and they don't do pressure that well. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of pressure put on Bo Nix.
Okay, so based on my 3 questions, I'm going to guess that you are going to take the Broncos.
I don't know.
Make your pick, baby. It's time.
3.5 is a lot. The thing is, when I pick the Cowboys, they lose, and when I go against them, they win. Happens more often than not. So I'm going with the Broncos because I am not sold on my Cowboys yet.
Okay.
I need to see it before I can believe it. Yes, you are right. That was good. 3 questions to get the answer. You're like
there we go.
You're like freaking Andre Brower in Homicide, Life on the Street.
I'm trying my best. Let's see what Brett's got.
Well, I said this last week about the Cowboys. They're a metronome. They go back and then they go forth, and then they win and then they lose. And last week I picked them to win. I felt good about it, and they won. And this week, sorry, Solo, I'm going to pick them to lose. Give me the Broncos -3.5.
I'm taking the Cowboys. I think their offense is just going to be too much. It's going to be a score fest. Cowboys going to win.
Yeah, the Broncos took a miracle to beat the piss poor New York Giants. Cowboys have the best offense in the league. Dakota, CD, and Carl Pickens are going to run wild in Mile High.
All right.
Cowboys win this game by at least 10.
We should just call him Carl Pickett.
Oh, that'd be good too.
Let's enter the speed round, fellas.
Speed zone.
All right.
Speed zone.
Here we go.
Speed
Our
zone.
first game is the 2-5 Giants at the 5-2 Eagles. This is the second matchup of the year. The Giants won this matchup 34-17 2 weeks ago, but the Eagles are favored by 7.5 this week at home. Solo.
I tell you, like I said last week with the Bengals, divisional games Thursday. Oh, speed round. I'm taking the Giants. I forgot. I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
totally, honestly forgot.
You would think a revenge game for the Eagles are going to blow them out. I don't see it. I'm taking the Giants to cover.
I think the Eagles have found out how to pass the ball. Eagles.
Giants.
Well, I like the one-liner and then pick. Like, that's still good. Okay. What's next, Ando?
Next up, we have the second place 4-2 Bills at the second place 4-3 Panthers. Bills are favored by 7 on the road.
Love the Bills, but Panthers play great at home. Give me the Panthers. No, give me the Bills -7.
Oh,
Andy Dalton.
Oh.
Andy Dalton. Sorry, Andy Dalton's playing, not Bryce Young.
Does that count as your switcheroo? Because I started typing
No.
Panthers.
I saw it. No, you didn't.
No, it wasn't a
I'm
fault. It
looking
wasn't a
now,
fault.
Brett.
It wasn't.
I like the Bills coming off a bye to put it together. Carolina just comes down just a tick, and Bills win this game.
And cover.
And cover.
Call me crazy. Bills are going to win, but I'm going with the Panthers.
This has to be. I can't take the Panthers against the Bills, even though it's 7 Bills. Next up, we have the 0-7 Jets at the 3-4 Bengals. The Bengals are favored by 6.5 at home.
Flacco to Chase. Give me the Bengals.
I would think the Jets defense would keep it close, but I just can't pick them. Give me the Bengals -6.5.
Yes, I'm a Jets fan. I'll take the Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals. Next up, we have the 2-5 Browns at the first place 5-2 New England Patriots. It's been 15 years since the Browns have beaten the Pats. Will they finally pull it off where the Pats are favored by 7 at home? Solo.
Be Dylan Gabriel on the road. Nope. Pats -7.
Yeah, Vrabel has a little bit of that a-hole in him. I would not expect him to keep this game close. I think he puts the pedal to the metal and they win by more than a touchdown.
I agree. Pats.
Yeah, that
Vrabel.
Drake May, he's real good. Pats.
May okay.
May, okay, yes. Next up, we have the 1-6 Miami Dolphins at Brett's 3-3 Atlanta Falcons. Falcons by 7.5 at home.
Falcons at home crush it. Give me the Falcons.
This is a classic letdown scenario for Atlanta. I've seen it too many times. Maybe they squeak out a win, but it's going to be close. I'll take the Dolphins +7.5.
Man, the Dolphins are falling apart. This is really sad to watch.
Sorry,
But
Lachlan.
7.5 is too much. I'll take the Dolphins.
I can't in good conscience take the Dolphins. Bijan runs wild. Falcons.
Nice.
Next up, in possibly the most surprising story of the season, the Bears have won 4 in a row and the Ravens have lost 4 in a row. But the Ravens are still favored by 6.5 or 7.5 now
7.5.
at home. That's bumped up. It was 6.5 yesterday when I.
We
wrote in the
still
notes.
don't know if Lamar is playing or
Yes.
not.
It's-
Doesn't
I-
matter.
Yep, I looked it up. It said practiced, but Harbaugh has
It
not.
hasn't been announced.
Yep.
So I'm taking the Bears and the points. I think this too close.
Yeah, I should take the Bears in the points. Ravens coming off a bye. If Lamar's playing, which I'm going Bears.
Yeah. The Ravens without Lamar, but it's not. I don't know that he can make them that much better now. They've been losing so much. I hate it, but I'm taking the Bears.
It's too many points over a touchdown.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
I think if Lamar plays, they cover this, but I don't think he's going to play. They're going to hold him one more week. I think the Ravens win, but I'm going to take the Bears here. Too many points. Next up, we have the one of the three teams tied for first in the NFC West at 5-2, the 49ers at the 2-4 Texans. The Texans have allowed the lowest amount of points in the league, the first team to ever do that after the first 7 weeks and have a losing record.
Wow.
Excuse me, not Brett. The Texans are favored by 1.5 at home, solo.
I was thinking going Niners, but this is a fishy rat line. I'm going with the Texans -1.5.
I like the 49ers to bounce back. I don't know why it would be bounce back. They just won, but I feel like it's going to be a bounce back. I think Purdy is going to play, which he's lost his only game he's played, but so that shouldn't matter either. I just have a feeling the 49ers are going to take this.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Axel.
Texans offense is, I don't know what. It's crapola. I'm going with the Niners.
Yeah, I'm going to leave Solo on Revis Island. I'm going to take the Texans here too.
Yes.
Or the 49ers. No,
You're
the
gonna take who?
49ers. I'm taking the 49ers.
Oh,
Sorry,
that counts as a
misspoke.
switcheroo, Andy. No,
That is not. Switcheroo is only after somebody else picks. You can
Brett
still
really
switch
wants
on
to
your own.
catch someone in the switcheroo.
Because he does it all the time.
That's his thing.
Yep.
He wants to. It's like that. It's like that crane that took people out of the Gong Show or something, right? That big
The
thing.
hook?
What
Big
was the
hook,
hook?
yeah.
The hook. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brett's the hook tonight.
Brett and his his switcheroo. I think he's got a deal with
He's
switcheroos,
got
the new
switcheroo.com.
underwear.
Yeah.
Underoos.
Next up, we have the 5-2 Bucks at the 1-6 Saints. It's the first meeting of the year. Bucks are favored by 4.5 on the road.
Give me Baker and the Bucks.
this is a fishy line. The Bucks should destroy them, but it's in New Orleans. Short week for the Bucks. I have a feeling the Saints are going to keep it close. Stupidly.
I say triple B bounce back Bucks.
Yeah, I want to say one sad note. Mike Evans out for the year. What a terrible way to lose his streak of 1,000-yard seasons.
That injury was fucked up. Now you know why he let the ball go, because he broke his collarbone.
Yeah, that's tough. But I'm still taking the Bucks here. Saints bad. Next up, hey, speed round. I'm going to be quick. Next up, we have let's see, what do we have? The 1-6 Titans at the 6-1 Colts, who currently have the best record in the NFL, just like we all predicted halfway through the season. This is their second meeting of the year. The Colts won about a month ago, 41-20. This week, the Colts are favored by 14 at home.
I know it's high, but the Titans are awful. Colts will cover. Ty Warren.
Colts.
That is so many points. Colts.
Yeah.
I really thought it's weird picking first all the time because I think if you pick first, you should get two switcheroos, maybe.
Colts. Next up, we have a rematch of Super Bowl 45, which is the only Super Bowl Aaron Rodgers has ever won. And it's also an Aaron Rodgers revenge game from one of his teams. The Packers have the best record in the NFC at 4-1-1. The Steelers are in first place at 5-2. The Packers are favored by 3 on the road.
Packers don't look good. Steelers, but I'm going with the Steelers and the points.
The Packers don't look good. Oh, they're 4-1-1, right? They've only lost one game.
Yeah,
I believe.
Really? Yeah, they still don't look good though.
I agree with you. I'm going to take the Steelers.
Oh,
I'm taking the Steelers too.
Oh, copy and paste.
Yeah, I'm going Steelers here too.
Brett.
God.
There you go, Brett. Good job.
And our final game of the week is Monday Night Football. The 3-4 Commanders at the 4-3 Chiefs. Last week, the Chiefs had a drive that totaled 100 yards, while their defense only gave up 95 yards in the entire game to the Raiders. Chiefs are favored by 12.5 at home.
Picked them last week, and they covered versus the Raiders. No Jaden Daniels. I'm going with the Chiefs. And yeah.
I would like to use my switcheroo I would like to change my Steelers pick to the Packers.
Oh shit. Brett sneaking
And
attack.
I'm going to go with the commies in this game to cover the 12.5.
Shit. I'd like to use my switcheroo too. And I'd like to go with the no, I'm just kidding. I'm taking the commies here. I just think it's too many points.
I think Mariota's going to go into Kansas City and play well.
Chiefs.
Yeah, Ando, come back.
You
Shane.
convinced me with the Mariota at KC. Yeah, Chiefs.
Do you see that beautiful pick he threw to Deron Bland and Deron Bland pick 6?
Yes.
I had fun watching the Cowboys this week.
Hey guys.
That's the picks.
That's the picks. That was awesome. I like that speed round. I think that was a lot of fun, guys.
I would like to use my second switcheroo. And,
No speed round.
Oh shit! I can't do that.
You know, you get the power of entering the picks into the spreadsheet, Brett, and your ego is running wild here.
Okay, I'd just like to tell you guys that we ended exactly at 1 hour when those picks were over. I think that this was a very fun show. We all did very well, and I want to thank each and every one of us for little pre-production, put a little time into it. Brett was right.
I think we should all
talking.
take a.
Brett was right. We all had time to talk. It was good.
I think we should all take a 10-second pause to pat ourselves on the back real quick.
Hold on, Ando.
Yes.
I'm patting my Brian Bosworth Seahawks jersey. Old school, one of my favorite jerseys.
I'm giving myself a hug.
Oh, perfect.
You know what? I love how the now let us know if you're a big fan of the show. Let us know if you like the speed round. It may not change even if you don't like it, but just let us know, or give us feedback on how we can make the podcast more. We're constantly workshopping this, guys, because granted, we used to do 3-hour pods, and I think Ando was the only one who actually listened, and Kellum. And Ando's on the show, so
no, my friend Jeff listens. Shout out to Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff. Yeah,
What
shout
up,
out to
Jeff?
Jeff.
We love you, Jeff.
And who's the other guy, Brett? Your buddy?
Yeah, my new friend David and my friend Catherine also.
Wait, new
listen
friend
often.
David?
New friend.
Yeah,
David.
well,
You met him
my
at my
old friend
Maccabees?
Catherine and her boyfriend David.
Yeah, the one he met in
Oh.
Portland,
To the
solo, or the one they met
Wait a
up in
second.
Portland.
Yes.
If
Is that
we
the
kn-
same friend?
Yes.
Oh, that's how long
Shout
do
out.
we have to know David before we can call him Dave?
Oh,
Because I'm ready. I just wanted to tell you that
you're
I'm
ready?
I'm
I
ready
may
to call
throw.
him Dave.
I'm in a text chain, so I may throw a Dave in there and see
Thank
if he
you. Do it.
reacts to it.
See how it goes, Brett. Slide
Call
a
him
Dave
D.
in there.
Watch The
Yeah,
Wire, and
D.
then you'll call him
Yep.
D.
I
Yeah,
like
D.
it. I like it.
That's good.
Well, guys, this was a great show. It was awesome. I like this. I think we all talked more with each other. I think it was great. I love it. Let's go around real quick. Solo, any final words for the day?
Final words. Well, we still have an hour left in the pod, so I can take my time, right?
Yeah,
no,
this is halftime.
No,
Your 30-minute cowboy rant hasn't started yet. So
yeah, it didn't even start. But I don't need to this week. I'm enjoying the games.
Good.
My Cowboys, I don't have confidence they're going to beat the Broncos, but I hope I'm wrong. I would love to come back next week and say I was wrong. So
Nice.
enjoy
All
the
right.
weekend, fellas, of football. We got a game, the Chargers Vikings tomorrow. I'm actually excited about that.
Me too.
Chargers are my second adopted team, and then of course it's Ando's Vikings. So I root for your team. So it's going to be a fun one to root for. Hopefully it's a good one.
Nice. Ando, any final words?
I don't think so. I'm going to take a breath now after running through that speed round as fast as we did.
You did a great job, buddy. Brett,
Yeah, you did.
any
I think we
final
dropped
words?
5 pounds.
it's one of these weeks I'm going to do a little segment on like strength of schedule comparing preseason versus after season, because
I love it.
the Falcons had a very easy schedule on paper preseason, and it included games like the Colts, going to New England.
Yep.
All of
yep.
these are like some of the toughest games in the league right now, and they're all easy peasy write-off
Thank you,
games
Brett.
before the
I
season.
love that.
So I'm going to do a segment on that.
Yeah, I love that too, because that's like the Jets. Everyone thought, oh, they're entering the easy part. They play the Pats, they play the Broncos, they play, and I'm like, that's not so easy anymore. All right, guys, great show. Everybody, DVRpodcast.com. Check us out. Gosh, the next thing we're going to do is Mayor of Kingstown next week. Maybe before this show comes out, 2 episodes drop on Sunday. Check that out. We love you, everybody. Patreon.com/DVR. Have a great evening, everyone. Peace out.
Welcome to East Kingstown Sunday. Don't they know football is on Sunday?